years ago, I purchased this guitar. This is my Balaguer Thicket, a guitar I love so much and is one of my favorite guitars that I own. I use this guitar a ton live and use it on the upcoming Daryl Saves Lives EP. It's an amazing guitar. I love the craftsmanship, the neck, the pickups, the look of the guitar. It really checks all the boxes for me. So why did I decide to put new pickups in it? Well, let's talk about it. My name's Cole, but you can call me Cole G. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel a lot. And let's get into this video. Let's go back a few years to 2021. My favorite guitar store, Guitar Brando, started stocking Balaguer guitars. Up until this point, I had never heard of them before, but when I played the Tony Pizzuti Espada T-Bar signature model, I was blown away. I loved how the neck felt, I thought the guitar looked great, and most importantly, it sounded great too. I was prepared to buy it, but then I decided not to because I didn't want to be impulsive. But then my friend bought it, and I honestly wish I was just impulsive and bought the guitar. But from that moment on, I knew I was going to buy a Balaguer guitar. When Balaguer announced their 2022 Select Series, I knew it was my time to buy one. I was actually dead set on getting the Toro, which was an HSS configured guitar, and it played really great when I tried it out, but honestly, it was the Thicket that really caught my eye in the store. I love the white and black finish of the guitar, I love the neck, and the pickups on it were great. It really checked all the boxes for me. After I played the guitar for over an hour at the store, I bought it, and I've had it ever since. Since purchasing the Balaguer in 2022, I've used it so much. I've used it for countless gigs, for recordings, for teaching. I've used it for everything. I love the guitar so much. It's been my main humbucker guitar and it's just a really great guitar to play. But I feel the Balaguer has been unfairly casted aside once I fixed this guitar. This is my 1984 made in Japan Fender Boxer series guitar, which I like to call the Banana, for obvious reasons. I did a whole video about this guitar, so if you want to learn more about it, I recommend watching that video after this, because I'm not going to go into too much detail in this video. This guitar had a huge impact on my guitar collection and my outlook towards my guitar collection. It made me really go down a rabbit hole of modifying guitars, and especially looking into different pickups. Up until this point, I was super hesitant to modify any of my guitars. Even though my hero Eddie Van Halen modified all his guitars and did wild things to them, I was just too scared to do it to any of my own. I was worried about what it would do to the sound, if it would make it worse, and I just was kind of scared away from doing it. However, when I bought the Banana, I had to challenge my old mindset because I had to change things in this guitar if I actually wanted to play it. Because the pickups didn't work, it was missing saddles, it was missing a lot of stuff, and it was in really rough shape. So I had to put a lot of money into this guitar, buying new parts for it and modifying it a bit. And honestly, I'm so happy that I did it because it turned out really good and I really love the Banana so much. During the process of fixing the Banana, I went down a huge rabbit hole of looking at pickups. I learned about different magnets and all that kind of stuff. I've learned a lot about different pickups now and I really want to experiment with some of my guitars. It was really cool that the Banana destroyed my old mindset and now I feel so much more open with modifying guitars. And I'm excited about the idea of doing it. After I changed the pickups in the Banana, something unexpected happened. I no longer played my Gibson SG and my Balaguer. I was in a real honeymoon phase with the Banana and I only wanted to play that and I really loved the sound of those pickups. Though I loved the sound of my SG and my Balaguer, I just wasn't touching those guitars enough. During the Banana's honeymoon phase, I started debating if I should change the pickups in one of my guitars, and I ultimately decided to change the pickups in the Balaguer. It was a really hard decision for me to take the pickups out of my Balaguer because I really liked how they sounded and I had just used them for the Daryl Saves Lives EP. But I just wanted to try something different. I kept thinking about the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because my Balaguer wasn't broke and it worked totally fine, and I was changing something that works totally fine to maybe make it sound 1 or 2% better. But eventually I said to myself, if I don't like these new pickups, I'll just put my old ones back in, because they're good and I know I'll like them. It was really a win-win situation for me, so I decided to have the confidence and I went ahead with the plan. Once I decided I was going to swap the pickups in my Balaguer, I had to decide which pickups I was going to put in it. When I was looking into pickups for the Banana, I nearly purchased a set of Fishman Fluence pickups. Though I typically ignored active pickups as they weren't really for me, a lot of players that I respected were using these types of pickups, and they also had really great sounds with them. However, I wasn't able to actually try out a guitar that had these pickups in it until after I fixed the Banana. So I went with Sir pickups instead because I was able to try them out and I really liked them. Shortly after the Banana was fixed, I actually did get a chance to play these pickups, and I was so blown away. The versatility of them and the sound quality was like unrivaled in my opinion. I actually wish I had put these in the Banana, but I wasn't going to get new pickups for it. But even though I wasn't going to be able to put the Fishmans into the Banana, I knew I was going to get them for another guitar. So naturally, I thought these pickups would be a great fit for my Balaguer. Because I use this guitar live so much, and because I use single coils so much in the studio, Having that excellent split coil sound of the Fishmans, but also the different modes of humbucking sounds would just work so good for me. So I started looking for a set of them, and one day this summer I found one that popped up on Marketplace. Hey, it's Editing Culture here. I realized I didn't actually say in the video which Fishmans I got. I got the Open Core Classics, and I snagged them. And with my pickups in hand, I took the guitar to my tech to get him to put the pickups in for me. Immediately when I dropped this guitar off to my tech, I had regrets. I was wondering why I did it. The pickups sounded good. Did I just ruin a good guitar? I was so in my head about it. After a couple of weeks, I got the call. The guitar was ready, so I headed to the store and picked it up and headed home. I plugged the guitar into my computer, took a deep breath, and tried it out, and I was immediately blown away. These Fishman R's may be my favorite pickups I've ever tried. I absolutely love the full sound of the pickups. The 3 modes were amazing. The coil split sounds phenomenal. They were as versatile as I hoped they were, and I was super happy with my decision. When I finally got to try these out at a Daryl Saves Lives rehearsal, I was blown away. These pickups fit so well with the sound of the band and were so balanced. I think these are the perfect pickup for that band because they just fit so well. The frequencies are great, everything. I was super happy. Even though this isn't a demo video for Balaguer or Fishman, I thought it'd be cool to show you some of the sounds that I use with this guitar. My 2 favorite voicings in the Fishman is the vintage PAF Voice 1 and the single coil Voice 3. Sometimes I use the bridge humbucker in Voice 2 for soloing because it's based off of a hot rod humbucker, but I don't really use Voice 2 in the neck position very much. The sounds that you're about to hear are sounds that I would actually use this guitar for. I'm running the Balaguer into my pedal board and then into my Kemper profile, where I'm using a profile of my own Mesa Boogie Fillmore 50. I'll make sure to note on screen what pedals I'm using as well, but I'm not going to change the amp sounds during this section. Now it's been a couple months since I swapped the pickups out in this guitar, and I'm happy to say I don't regret it one bit. It was one of the best decisions I could have made, honestly. I really love this guitar so much going into this pickup swap, and now I feel like I love it even more. I used to be such a devoted single coil guy, but now I'm really a big humbucker fan. I know for a fact that this guitar is going to be used extensively on future Daryl Saves Lives recordings and live performances, because I just love it so much and it plays so good and it sounds so good. In fact, I just recently played my first show with this guitar post pickup swap, and I thought the tones were unbelievable. I was so happy with them, and even in a live context, it sounded amazing. I'm really happy that I took a gamble with this guitar and it paid off so good. So do I plan on modding and changing the pickups on my other guitars? Absolutely. I think in the past I've been really precious with my guitar gear. I wanted to keep it stock because in my head, that's the way I purchased it and that's why I liked it, so why would I change it to something else? But since modding the Banana, I have a new approach with gear, and that is, I want to push everything to its limits. And if that means changing the pickups in the guitar or modding something so it works a little bit better for me, I'm going to do that. I look at my guitar collection as more of a toolbox and rather than an actual collection per se. Everything has its use and I keep everything for a reason. If it no longer serves its use, I'm either going to mod it or get rid of it. To me, if I can modify the guitars that I already have to make my collection work for me even better, I'm going to do that. The next guitar I plan on changing the pickups on is this Gibson SG 2016. I absolutely love this guitar so much. The neck is amazing. It feels so nice to play. But I don't play it that much because I'm not really a fan of how it sounds. The pickups are really good, but I already have two amazing sets of humbuckers, so I'm going to try to put something different in. My idea was putting a Lawler Bird pickup in, so like a Firebird bridge pickup, and then a P90 in the neck. I think it'd be really cool because it'd be based off of Neil Young's old black guitar, and Daniel Lanois's Gold Top that's based off of Neil Young's old black guitar. I want to do those changes because I know I would play this guitar more. And honestly, it's such a good guitar to begin with that I think the guitar would just be even better. So that's my future plan with this, but I don't know when that will be. But overall, I can't recommend modding guitars enough to you. It's a really cool idea and it's really fun to do and it's fun to tinker with stuff. I want to change the pickups on my own guitars ongoing because I think I could just become a better tech that way. But yeah, it's really awesome and I really recommend you try it if you have the financial means, resources, and of course the time to do it as well. But also, if you love your guitar the way it is and you buy it because you like it stock, keep doing that. That's awesome. We all have our own opinions on stuff and our own reasons why we like to do certain things. So if you like it like that, keep it up. Honestly, I'm so happy that I swapped the pickups on this guitar. Going into the pickup swap, this was one of my favorite guitars to begin with, and somehow I like it even more now. I'm using the guitar so much, it's the only guitar I really want to play at home, honestly, and I just love it. Lastly, do yourselves a favor and check out Balaguer guitars on Instagram or their website or wherever. They make such great high quality instruments that I guarantee you can find something that you'll like. And having played essentially every single one to come through Guitar Brando over the last 3 years, plus my own for the last 2 years, I can honestly say that all of them are such high quality and sound great and look great too. But now I want to hear from you. Do you like modding your guitars or do you like to keep your guitars stock? Do you like changing pickups or do you never change your pickups? Let me know in the comments down below and let's have a discussion about it. Thank you so much for watching this video today. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel. My goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year and we're so close. I know we can do this together. So thank you so much again for watching. My name's Kolji and I'll see you in the next one.